Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with a new podcast. We are on the Mr. Informal podcast 111th episode edition, whatever you want to call it. I hope you are doing well today. I hope you are being safe, and I hope you have celebrated Father's Day in a safe and well-mannered day. Certainly, shout out to all of the fathers out there. I am not a father yet. Maybe someday, not now. Gotta get the other things first. Gotta finish them, if you know what I mean. But anyways, don't forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL. And then check out my website, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. So these are the 4 topics for the Mr. Informal podcast. So from April, May, and June, a lot of things have closed and a lot of inventory. So there's going to be a lot of clearance. Number 2, Walmart have teamed up with Shopify to combat Amazon. Not only that, to improve their online and e-commerce section and to make it more practical and easier to navigate. Number 3, YouTube is being sued for discrimination. It's going to be interesting. Last but not least, 93% of online sales rise. Yes, 93%. That is absolutely insane. So those are the 4 topics for the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you will learn something today, and I hope I give you some insight. And so, let's go ahead and start the podcast. So from the article retaildive.com, Dick's Sporting Goods debuts 2 clearance-based concepts. Dick's Sporting Goods on Tuesday announced the launch of 2 new store concepts, Overtime by Dick's Sporting Goods and Dick's Sporting Goods Warehouse, according to a company's press release. Both concepts are centered in the clearance space. Overtime offers up 75% off apparel, footwear, and equipment from Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and other brands. Warehouse locations feature up to 90% off customer favorite footwear and apparel brands. Dick's opened 3 Overtime locations on Wednesday, with plans to continue to operating for foreseeable future, but the 5 warehouse location it has opened are planned as a temporary pop-up style shopping experience. Over the next 6 months, 3 clearance centers launched last year will be part of the Overtime banner, bringing the retail's outlet and clearance location to 11. So from April, May, and June, we didn't have any sales, right? No sales. And so that leaves a lot of brick and mortar stores with inventory because no one went to their store. Probably bought online stuff, but no one really bought from the store, right? So that means there's a lot of unused stock items that are out of season and they can't sell that, such as jackets. You can't sell jackets in the summer, and so that means that you gotta have a clearance. And you know what? I think this will have a major domino effect in the industry. This means that not only Dick's doing this, obviously Nordstrom Rack is doing this, Nordstrom so-and-so. A lot of outlet are doing this. Nike outlet or Nike factory store is also doing that. Same with Adidas. And you could say J. Crew, Express Outlet, basically any brands with outlet. The outlet is basically the place to shop at because you're going to have so much clearance. The discount is going to be so high because everyone's trying to get rid of inventory. They don't want to buy it. They don't want to sell it to other companies because they know that the price will go down. And so they're relying on us consumers, to buy their inventory, even if it's out of season. And so that leaves us with a major discount, and this is good for consumers who have money. Of course, if you don't have money, I suggest and I certainly recommend that you do not buy anything unless the government issues us the second stimulus check, which is something that would be very nice of them. But like I said, if you have the money, and certainly have the money, and you are looking at the discount stores with sales off the charts, then yes, I think you should go shopping because this is just one of those times when every brand out there is having inventory problem, huge inventory problem, that they need to sell it at a very low price. And this is good for the consumers. Is it good for the brand? Well, obviously not, because their profit gains is not as much. But I don't think they're taking a loss, because they've already taken a loss ever since this pandemic happened. And 2020 seems to be just a year to remember. But certainly don't be surprised if a lot of brands are doing the same, because they have inventory problems. Certainly a lot of brands are selling these stock seasonal. H&M's probably gonna do it, Zara's gonna do it, so a lot of the seasonal clothes are probably gonna be in huge discounts and clearance, so be on the lookout. And certainly the pop-up shop is not gonna be new, but certainly for a big brand that is Dick's Sporting Goods, it's certainly going to be huge, and certainly a lot of people are gonna be there. I mean, Dick's Sporting Goods, they sell a lot of items that a lot of people buy. So to combat Amazon usual, Walmart teams up with Shopify to grow its marketplace. Walmart and Shopify on Monday announced they are partnering to bring 1,200 sellers into a Walmart.com third-party marketplace by the end of this year. This focus of the program is US-based small and medium businesses whose assortment complements ours. Walmart Marketplace Vice President Jeff Clement said in company blog post. Activating Walmart e-commerce channel through Shopify allows sellers to sync their assortments with Walmart.com to easily track orders, inventory, and fulfillment within Shopify and manage product information on Walmart.com, according to Shopify press release. Let me clear my throat. So, during the pandemic, Walmart's e-commerce sales rose up to 74% in the first quarter. That's a lot. That is absolutely a lot. But look, certainly Walmart is not going down without a fight. My problem is about this. It's a third-party marketplace. So basically, Walmart wants to be Amazon. That's what it is. And for some reason, Walmart still doesn't get it. Before they do this, I really, really wish Walmart would fix up their image. Image such as small business killer, employee killer, obviously not actually killing their employees, but actual low wages, not enough training. For some reason, Walmart seems to attract the worst kind of people out there. They need to fix their image before they do this. I really wish they would, but I know they would not. But maybe in the future they would fix up their image, also fix up their store. And I know Walmart wants to be the one-stop shop, but here's the thing: why is it that the Walmart in the Midwest always seems to be nicer, more friendlier, and yet the Walmart in liberated states such as California, Seattle, it always seems to be the bad Walmart. But look, it's pretty obvious that Walmart is trying to be exactly like Amazon. Amazon has a third-party sellers too, third-party business and small businesses. Same thing with this. And does that mean they're gonna be Amazon? No, I don't think so. Here's the thing that Walmart does not seem to understand that Amazon does not have. Walmart has a store. You can ship to Walmart for free and pick it up there. And you don't need to be in a subscription. You don't need to be as a Prime member such as Amazon. And Walmart is not taking advantage of that. They need to hire more people in their online store pickup. And Walmart doesn't seem to understand that. The advantage of Walmart is actually going there and just be there. And not only that, if you actually fix up your stores, maybe people want to go there and maybe pick up their stuff, and maybe they see something, oh, I need to buy this. That's extra profits for you. Amazon cannot do that. Once you order, that's it. You get out of that website. And I know that it's 2 days or same day or 1 day, but Walmart has the advantage because of its retail footprint. And for some reason, they don't seem to understand that. All they care about is that we got to beat Amazon. And someone's like, Amazon this, Amazon that. And in their head, we got to fight Amazon. Don't get me wrong. I think Walmart as a business, and certainly capitalist, it's great. But they do not have the decisive management that they should. It seems like Target is doing better because Target fixed their image first before actually getting into it. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think Walmart has a bigger presence than Target. But I mean, look, there's no doubt about it. Walmart wants to be Amazon, but here's the thing: Walmart doesn't have Prime membership. Walmart doesn't have Prime TV. They don't. So they don't have Prime Music. And so where else people are gonna go? Of course they're gonna go to Amazon. Here is one that is a big deal. So from Bloomberg Law, YouTube sued for race discrimination, profiting from hate speech. Claims YouTube targets content creators user based on race, says President Trump's May 20 executive orders ties Department of Justice hands. 4 African American plaintiffs have filed a class action alleging that YouTube engages in overt, intentional, and systemic racial discrimination against its users. Wow, that is quite a accusation. So YouTube all profiting off hate speech while at the same time excluding legitimate channels and videos from full revenue generation based solely on the exclusion of terms like BLM and police brutality in titles and tags. Plaintiff Kimberly Carlos Newman, Lisa Cabrera, Catherine Jones, and Nicole Lewis claim that YouTube uses artificial intelligence and algorithms and other sophisticated filtering tools to profile and target users for censorship based on wholly and in part on race. Do I think this is true? Yes, I do. Now, in the recent news that Google did, they were gonna donate millions of dollars to black content creators in YouTube. To me, that's basically discriminating other race. Now, don't get me wrong, I know they're trying to support, but what about the Asians? What about the Indians? What about the Mexicans? What about the Hispanics in general, I guess? Why do we have to pick on black people? Heck, you know what? If I was YouTube, just get rid of the mainstream media, these late night talk show hosts, and just actually focus on content creators. The non-mainstream, the people who made YouTube for what it is. But you know what? I'm glad that they are suing YouTube. I'm absolutely glad they are. Not only that, I'm glad that Donald Trump actually signed a law about that. The executive order on May 28 regarding social media and about editing certain articles, or maybe manipulating certain articles, so and so. And I'm not surprised that YouTube is profiting from hate speech. And no one really knows what's the rule in YouTube is. It's basically a case by case basis. I mean, as you can tell, I have my own channel, and I don't even get the algorithm. Look, the algorithm is being controlled by somebody. It's pretty obvious. You can't tell me that the algorithm is automatically doing this. No, I think they always changing the algorithm based on what's the sign of the times, what's happening in this world. So that way, people will click on certain videos, and then suddenly, hey, we're profiting off of it. And yes, they are. And I hope YouTube loses, just so they can be humbled. But you know what? I don't think so. They're gonna say, "Oh, this is nothing. It's just a couple $1 million. Let's do a off-court settlement, or we can settle for this and that." But I hope these poor people would actually know. Go put down YouTube. Heck, put down Google. You know, the whole Google company. And I know they are owned by Alphabet, but just the whole Google. Google owns YouTube anyways. Not only that, I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly Twitter gets in it too, gets sued by manipulating certain things, because I know they have. All I want from YouTube is that, look, these late night talk shows, these mainstream media should not be on the first page. They should not be in the first page, because they already have millions of dollars. What I want to see in the first page is actually content creators. Like, what are they doing? What are reviews? What about their own films? What about their own reviews? Unboxing. Like, small channels. Like, enough of these. I don't want to know about celebrities. I really don't. I mean, I hear celebrities in this grocery stores, in magazines, in TV shows, like in movies. We already know they're gonna be famous no matter what. We don't need YouTube to make them more famous. So I'm glad they are being sued, and it just shows the lack of discipline that they have. And not only that, look, they're not the only one that is profiting off racial discrimination in BLM. Certainly, they are not. On to the next article from RetailDive.com. E-commerce sales spiked nearly 90% in May. U.S. e-commerce sales jumped by 93% in May, according to a new Spending Pulse report from MasterCard. In April and May, consumers spent more than $53 billion via e-commerce in the USA. MasterCard's research also found that hardware sales and furniture sales increased in May. Year over year, online and in-store hardware sales rose 36.2% in May, and furniture sales went up by 7.5% per the report. Wow. U.S. grocery store increased by 9.2% year over year, and May online and in-store, which MasterCard noted as the strongest sales volume for the month of May in Spending Pulse history. Wow. So this is because of the pandemic. So certainly I'm not surprised, so you should also not be surprised, but it just shows that when people are just staying home, they gotta have retail therapy, they gotta have some kind of clothing therapy, whatever you want to call it. And so this just shows a recent stat from MasterCard. MasterCard, if you don't know, are card holders, or basically financial companies that you see in your cards, whether it be whatever bank you have, as long as it shows MasterCard. So I'm not surprised. Not only that, online is certainly going to be bigger and bigger as the years go on, but it still cannot be going to the store because you actually physically see the item. Maybe someday we'll have some hologram that we could see from a certain device, and we can see how big the item is. But for now, when you let people stay at home, post office, UPS, and FedEx are still delivering, it's certainly people are gonna buy things online, whatever they need. Furniture, if you are working at home, of course you need a furniture. That's why I'm not surprised that furniture rose by 7.5%. And definitely hardware rose by 36.2%, because if you're staying at home, of course, you have time to fix some things at home. Maybe you gotta seal your bathtub, maybe do some plumbing, maybe do some yard work, make a back patio. That's certainly a week work right there. Certainly if you're a do-it-yourself. What about you gotta buy some tools, fix up the car that you've been trying to fix up, right? And so I'm not surprised with all these things, because you're at home, you can't go anywhere, a lot of places are closed, or either that you gotta wait in line. You don't want to wait in line because you don't want to catch the virus, the China virus, CCP virus, whatever you want to call it. And due to that, You just gotta stay home. And Amazon benefited from this. Walmart benefited from this. Target benefited from this. Basically, every online retailer, brand, e-commerce, whatever you call it, have benefited for this. Because as long as you can ship, you can make money. And so when you have millions of people staying at home, suddenly you're gonna make that money. Also, that stimulus check did help. Because once that stimulus check came in, people were buying. So 93% of e-commerce sales spikes in May. Well, to me, that is not a surprise, but to you, if it's a surprise, hey, the more you know, the better you understand how certain pandemics or consumers' behavior does, what happens to consumer behavior when they stay home or a certain type of pandemic or a certain events happens. And so that concludes this Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you learned something today. It is the 111th of the Mr. Informal podcast. Do not forget to add me on Instagram, MisterInformal, and check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. And so again, be safe, happy Father's Day, and I will see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.